Alright, so you turn on the machine and you should be right here. Now you can, move the axes using this right here. There's also a leveling tab, but I don't really use it. What I normally do is I go to print and I would just find the biggest print that I have that might take up the most amount of space on the bed. And then I would hit print, and then it should start heating up the bed first, and then it'll heat up the nozzle. Alright, and those are almost completely heated up. This setting right here, you can adjust a couple things. I keep the economic mode off because it'll stop the heat bed before the print is finished. And when it does that, it'll make, sometimes the model will pop off because it's not being heated anymore. So this will heat up all the way to 200. And then right there, it'll zero out. Basically go to home position. And then it'll find its Z-axis using that BL touch right there. And it'll come over here and start whatever you have loaded. Let's see. Okay, and it looks like, for me, go down here and you can adjust this offset. And I'm going to go up, and you kind of just have to see what's happening. It only moves it just a little bit. I've gone quite up, but that direction made it so that the filament is further off the bed. And so I wanted a little bit less than that, so I'm going to go back this direction, because I want it to be a little bit more stuck to the bed than that. Not so much that it's not allowing the filament to stop extruding, but just enough so that it looks like it's flattening it out a little bit, almost like ironing it in place. Right, so let's see if I can get that in focus. Difficult to see. Yeah, so you can see right here, some of this filament is coming off because it wasn't stuck down, but that next layer is sticking down. Alright, and so that's like your fine precision tuning. Whenever you first get started, you're going to probably want to set it so that it's close to the bed. Maybe, see, so this way was up. And also, like whenever I first got started, I would set my print speed, this one right here, print speed to like 20. Alright, so now it's just going like super slow. Now I can like, maybe like take these off. Right. See, now it's printing really slow. And so what I want to do to start off with is, like, this is obviously way too high off the bed. And so before I touch any of these knobs, I'm going to make it so that it's fairly close to the bed. So I'm going to go down right here, but I want you to watch and see what it looks like from the bed. It just moves a little bit. Just bringing it up and down just a little bit at a time. And so that's pretty good right there. Now, whenever you first get started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten one of these things because these might not be level. And so say right now, this side is like pretty high off the bed. That's way too high. Let me turn up the print speed again. Alright, so it's obviously really high off the bed on this side so that it's not sticking at all. This is just gonna, that's not gonna make a good print. Now on this side, let's see. Oh, it's still off the bed, still off the bed, still off the bed. But on this side, let's see if we can get it. Yeah, so there it is. See right here, it stopped printing because this part isn't level. So at that point, you have to go under here, and this will make it so that there's the bed will basically drop lower, and then this way would make the bed go higher. So, and so obviously, this right here, and this is kind of what I do. They call this live leveling, where you have a print actually running and you're printing it just to get it level. And so you pick a really big print so that it takes up a lot of the bed. And so I can tell right here, I need to drop that bed lower. Alright, there we go. I'm leveling it this way. Yeah, leveling it this way on this side because it needs to go, that bed needs to basically come up just a little bit to press more. This part right here, too much. This right here, that's stuck down good. So that's where it needs to be at. Now this right here is probably too much. You almost start to see the bed underneath it. A little too much. And so on this side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it this way so that it pulls the bed down and lets there be a little bit more space for the filament to press against the bed there. Okay, let's check where it's at right here. Yeah, this side needs to go a little bit further. Actually, no, it's right. It's right here. Yeah, see, so let's take this off again so you can see what that first layer looks like. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Actually, right there, it looks like this side needs to, the bed needs to go up. So let's see if we can get that. I'm gonna turn this one this way. See where it's at. Now it's in the back. and that needs to come up as well. So this one right here, I can tell this one needs to come down now, so that it looks like that. You see it was too close right there, and it stopped printing, or it was just too close to print smooth. Alright, yeah, so just take it as slow as you can. This is on, the speed is 100. I can totally, you know, cut it down to like 20. Whenever I was first getting started doing this live leveling, I really take it slow. But you kind of just go all the way around, and whenever it's over here, I would level this one to make sure it's just perfect. They say leveling is like 90% of print failures. Whether it's too far off the bed, you know, like one of those strings is too far off the bed, and one of them is just about right. So. So that's where, in that spot where it was a little bit too close last pass. And it looks like right now it's printing just right. Over here. Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah, you just go all the way around, multiple passes on all 4 of these adjustment screws. Once you get it close, using this Z compensation, once you get it close to where it needs to be, you come up here and you want to manually use these little knobs and get it just as perfect as you can get it leveled. And you can start over the print multiple times. It looks like on this side right here, it needs to come, the bed needs to come up. So I'm gonna loosen this screw just a little bit. Back here it's looking good. Yeah, so right there, just a little bit, not squished down quite enough. This side over here is looking pretty good. Yep, and back here maybe it probably needs to come down. The bed needs to come down a little bit. And so I'm going to tighten this screw. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Righty-tighty makes the bed drop down. So I normally do like a little, you know, like righty-tighty makes the bed drop down, which means it's going to tighten the screw, which means it's going to compress that spring. And that's kind of how I think of it. It took me a second to actually put that into practice, but it gets faster and faster. I'm sure you'll figure it out. So yeah. And then you know, that's starting to look pretty good. You know, before I'd actually, you know, let a full print go, I would do a couple of these like bigger prints that take up a good portion of the bed, just so that I can get the level down just right. So yeah, that's kind of my procedure on leveling the bed. So yeah, let me know how it goes.